Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today's video is all about our house renovation and notably regrets. So chatting you through some of the mistakes we've made and things to avoid if you are in the midst of a house renovation, or if you are going to start a house renovation maybe, or if you're thinking about a house renovation. This video is the video that I wish I had watched before embarking on a house renovation as a complete novice, having never renovated a house before and just being pretty much thrown in at the deep end. So for a bit of background, we bought our house a year and a half ago, and it is a 1930s terraced house in London, 3 bedrooms, galley kitchen, bathroom, and that's it. So we renovated our house as soon as we got the keys, replacing the old carpets with new flooring, replastering. We did knock down a wall in the bathroom, but that was pretty much the extent of the structural changes. We redid the electrics, we replaced our back boiler, which for those of you who probably don't know what a back boiler is, because we definitely didn't, our boiler was in the chimney or the fireplace in the dining room. It was really old school, you can't get those anymore. We completely gutted the kitchen and redid the kitchen, and the same with the bathroom. We knocked down a wall to create a single room bathroom. So we did do a fair amount of work to our house before we moved in, and I just wanted to share some of our regrets, some of our mistakes, and some things that I would do differently. The first few are all to do with the electrics. The electrics are done very early on, and that was definitely something I struggled with. You can't sort of, I don't know, furnish your house and then do the electrics. We had rough ideas about where we wanted things, but with this being our first home, we didn't own any big pieces of furniture. So we didn't own our bed, for example. We didn't own the desks that we wanted in our office, and we just didn't own enough furniture to, I guess, imagine how exactly a room would end up looking. So with that in mind, we made a couple of mistakes when it came to sockets. Firstly, in our bedroom, we initially thought that in this room our bed would be centered because that just made the most sense. However, when it came to furnishing the room, our bed ended up being off center due to other larger pieces of furniture. Basically, we ended up shifting everything along. Therefore, our sockets aren't in the ideal place anymore. However, that's not the worst of them. Secondly is our office. Now, that was originally a small bedroom. It's the smallest bedroom in our house, which we decided to repurpose into our office. That room originally had 2 sockets only, and we thought that would be fine. We thought one for my desk, one for your desk, perfect. But actually, in hindsight, we do wish we had just added an extra socket there, because it really would have made a difference, like to plug in a printer, for example, or to plug in a router booster and things like that. It would just be really handy to have gone for an additional socket in there. And the third place where we made a mistake with our sockets was in the living room, and this was putting a socket on the wall for a TV. So we were pretty certain that our TV and TV console would go on one wall, but then we bought a sofa, and when we finally put that into our living room, we just knew straight away it didn't quite work. Like, the layout of the room wasn't really working, which then meant switching around the furniture and notably moving the TV from the wall where it was onto a different wall. And then we were left with an unsightly socket over the sofa, and this just gets me every time. It's so frustrating. Big regrets. I get annoyed at that all the time. And the reason why sockets placements and like mistakes with where you put your sockets are such a big deal is because to change them, you're going to need to do some chasing in the walls, and that essentially means just ripping out some of the plaster so that you can reach the wire. And where we replastered our whole house, this just isn't something that we want to do or something that we're going to do. So it's one of those things that really frustratingly is kind of done. Like, that's how it's going to stay. So those are definitely things I would consider. If you already have furniture, measure everything out, have a real idea of where you think everything is going to go in your home. If you don't already own furniture like we didn't, just give yourself a bit more leeway. This next one is still electrical related, but it's about ceiling lights, and center your ceiling lights. I don't know why. We did this in some rooms, but then in other rooms we just didn't really consider it. I don't know why. I think for us it just really depended on the day that we were here and like what was on the forefront of our minds, I suppose. So when renovating, if you are moving any ceiling lights or touching any of the electricals pre-plastering, you want to center any of those lights if you haven't thought about it. My next renovation regret has to do with plastering, and admittedly I don't know if this has more to do with our plasterers as opposed to being a regret on our part. So in this house we have one original fireplace in our dining room which we decided to keep, and our dining room was one of the rooms that we had replastered, so it went all along to the open fireplace. I just wish that we had squared off the finish for the fireplace opening, because that would then mean that further down the line, if we do decide to go for a log burner, or even now where we've just filled it with decorative logs, it would be so much nicer if it was just squared off in a really neat finish. My next renovation regret is leaving the old loft hatch. In hindsight, I really wish we had changed that, because our boiler ended up going into our loft, which means that we do need access into the loft, and the easier the better. So I really wish we had replaced our loft hatch with one of those with the ladders like built in as well, because that would just make life so much easier. My next renovation regret has to do with flooring. So when you move into an old home, it's creaky, the floorboards make noise, like it's just lived a long life. So whilst we can't change those natural factors, there are definitely things that I think we could have done before laying our floor. When you think about laying wood floors on top of wood floors, you're more likely to hear any old existing creaks from the original floorboards. So one way to combat this is to really thoroughly check the floorboards around the house before you lay any new flooring. If any of the old floorboards need replacing, then make sure you get them replaced. And even if it means just adding a few more nails into particular areas where you notice a bit more creaking. So this really is something that I wish we had done, particularly in high traffic areas. This isn't something that I had heard of or seen before, which is why I really wanted to mention it in this video, because it might seem like something so straightforward, but to me, it didn't even cross my mind. So in hindsight, I wish we had done that. And hopefully, if any of you are in that position, this could help you out. Next up for the renovation regrets is bathroom related, and it's our bathtub. Our bathtub, like the opening of our bathtub, is so narrow, and I just didn't realize, I genuinely, this might sound really silly, but I just thought that when it comes to bathtubs, the sizing is pretty much universal, but it is not, and ours is so narrow. I think that throughout our bathroom renovation, I was so focused on choosing the right floor tiles, choosing the right wall tiles, choosing the sink, choosing the taps, and there was just so much to think about when it came to designing our bathroom, that honestly when it came to buying the bathtub, we just went to Selco and bought a bathtub, and I just wish that I had done a bit more research and that I had picked a larger tub. My final renovation regret honestly breaks my heart, because I just wish this had worked out for us, but for me, I regret keeping our old doors. Oh, breaks my heart. Upstairs in our home, we discovered that all the doors were original. They had just been covered by a panel. So we removed the panels from all the doors upstairs, and underneath we uncovered some beautiful 5-panel wooden doors, but they were absolutely covered in varnish and different paint colors. They were really in a state. So we ended up getting them stripped by a company, and they came back not looking great, and I wish that we had taken that money that we'd spent on getting the doors stripped and just put them towards newer doors straight away. So it's a real shame and a regret of mine, unfortunately, but just one of those things to consider when you're looking at old houses, and if you're looking at sort of repurposing or keeping anything in your old house, you do need to bear in mind that they may not be in great condition and they may require more money to fix rather than just buying something new. I don't want things to seem all doom and gloom with this video. So if you want to see maybe my best renovation decisions or things I'm really happy we did during our renovation, then let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I can also film that one for you, sharing the things that I'm really happy we did during our renovation. For example, I have a home playlist on my channel where you'll see our house before we moved in and some renovation like progress videos as well. And I've also done a couple of before and after videos. I did one on our bedroom before and after, and also another on our bathroom before and after. So if you want to watch those more in-depth videos, then check those out. I'm also going to be sharing our kitchen before and after soon with you. That's one of the videos that I keep meaning to film, but I just haven't had the chance to do it yet. If you enjoyed today's video, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, then please do subscribe as well, so you'll stay up to date with more house things coming up throughout the year. A very big thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon. Bye.